Hey there, this is Troy Wark with Posh Properties coming to you on a kind of snowy Friday afternoon here in Denver on the 21st of January. I wanted to kind of give you a brief overview of real estate in 2021 and kind of talk about what there is to expect in 2022. And then lastly, I want to tell you about a really cool program I've recently partnered with that helps home sellers here in our market buy a new home without having to sell their old home, which is a huge issue in our market of incredibly low inventory. And for a lot of sellers, in terms of the fear of selling their home, which is probably going to happen over a weekend, and then not having a home to buy or live in. And this program really alleviates a lot of those issues. So first off, 2021 was an insane year in real estate. It was a year filled with record price increases. In fact, prices were up over 17% in 2021 to an astounding average home price of $612,274. Of course, this shatters, breaks, blows away any record of the past. So the average priced home in Denver is now 612,000, which is, mind blowing and hard to believe anybody can really afford a home here. But they continue to sell. We continue to sell homes. Inventory was the major issue in 2021 and really going into 2022. We had historically low inventory at levels never before seen. So, for example, 2021 ended the year with only about 1,500 homes on the entire market in Denver, a city of 3+ million people. That compared with 2,541 at the end of 2020, so about 600 less, and then about 5,000 homes were on the market in 2019. So that literally translates into about a 70% drop in inventory just in the last 3 years, which never before seen. It's so many hundreds of a percent less than where it should be. It's honestly going to take years to kind of get out of this. A market our size should have between 10 and 14,000 homes on the market at any given time. We have, less than 2,000, which is unheard of. And it's the reason that prices are getting driven up constantly, and there just isn't enough inventory. And why is that? Why is there not enough inventory? Well, the main reason is sellers aren't putting their homes on the market. A lot of reasons for that. They can't find another home to buy, or when they're looking online, they don't see anything that they want to buy, so they stay put. That's obviously a result of not many selections on the market. Another reason is that prices are going so high that for a seller to want to sell their home and buy a new home, often they have to make a huge financial jump, and that just isn't possible for a lot of people. So it's better financially for the family to stay put, even if they don't like the home, need a bigger home, outgrowing it. It's sometimes better to stay put and maybe remodel or try to reconfigure and make it work. So unfortunately, there's really no easy way out of this inventory issue we have. Builders can't build their way out of it because of supply chain issues, labor issues. They can only build a certain amount of homes, even though the demand may be greater. They literally physically can only build a certain amount. So we've got a situation where people are still coming into Denver needing a place to live. We still have quite a few jobs being created here and immigration. And we have, homeowners wanting, well, potential homeowners wanting to buy. So that's creating a very strong demand. But with very few homes, buyers are just clamoring over those few homes. So even in December, saw situations where that's typically a much slower month, but we had, multiple offers on many homes, sometimes 10, 15 offers, sometimes 100, 120 showings on homes. it was like nothing I've ever seen. So going into 2022, much of the same. This spring, even winter into spring, it's going to be incredibly strong in terms of multiple offers, massive amounts of showings. Great time to be a seller. Very difficult time to be a buyer unless you work with a very good agent that can find ways to get your offer accepted over the sometimes 5, 10, 20 other offers out there. So the thing is, it's still a bad idea to wait. So if you haven't bought a home and you want to buy a home, you have to get in the game at some point. It's not going to get better for probably years. So and the market's just going to keep getting more expensive. So by waiting, for example, last year you literally cost yourself about $80,000 to $100,000 in price and in potential equity for you and your family to have gotten over that year. So still the time to get in, but it definitely could take longer. It's not the easiest process, but it will pay off in the end. So that's kind of the future of real estate here. Going to be very, very tough. There's not necessarily more buyers than there ever have been. That's not really the case. It's just that there are fewer homes. So there's fewer selections. So it just seems crazy. But if we just had more homes on the market, it would be, not unlike it's been, years ago. But because there's so much fewer homes, it just is fueling these price increases as a lot of buyers clamor for few homes, and of course, supply demand, things just go up. We actually had a 1% decline in overall sales last year in our real estate market. So didn't seem like it, but there were actually fewer listings hit the market, and so therefore there were a little bit fewer closings compared to 2020. So lastly, I want to just chat about a really cool program I just became a part of and aware of. It's called Knock. And what this program does, it essentially, you qualify with this company called Knock, and they're a lender. And as long as you've got about 20 or more percent equity in your home, which most people have far more than that, they will actually agree to allow you to purchase a new home. So basically, how it works is I'm a buyer. I currently have a home to sell. I call Troy. I want to go buy a home. I'm pre-qualified with Knock. I can go actually purchase a home as a non-contingent buyer and buy that home, move into that home, and then afterwards sell my existing home. So there's no kind of homeless situation, there's no delay, makes it very easy, and you basically have up to 6 months to sell your old home, which of course in this market, most likely it's going to take a week or less. You also can get money up front for some home improvements to maximize the value of your old home. So if it needs new carpet, some paint, some new flooring, some things like that, this allows you to kind of take some funds and do that. So really the only fee is about a 1.25% fee. It's just like an origination fee, which actually 1% at least is very normal for an origination fee. So for the benefit of actually being able to go out and buy a new home, not worry about being homeless, doing it on your own time, not having to sell your home first, you're going to pay, really a very small amount of money to do that. So that program is exclusive to very few agents, and I've been able to become a part of that. So if that's something that appeals to you, please talk to me. So I know that was kind of long, but there's a lot of information here, and hopefully that helps you be informed. If you want to ever call me about your home's value, about purchasing a new home, parts of town, areas, what's hot, what's not, I always love to talk to you. Troy Warwick, Posh Properties of Denver. Give me a call anytime, 303-827-5141. Take care.